It's pretty scary if you hear about a bald, tattooed biker who is looking for you and has been accompanied by a whole gang of riders. The content they provide could intimidate even the bravest person, especially if they are children. What happened next? They were left in total shock after realizing what was going on. Zayn and Sid's Angels, bikers against bullying. Like most teens around the world, Zayn Ahmed knows all too well how much of a problem bullying can be. Zayn was bullied so badly at his Minneapolis middle school that he didn't want to go back. On more than one occasion, Zayn told his parents about being pushed, punched, and written on multiple times in the past few years. Although many schools have policies and procedures in place to deal with bullying, it seems that students must be caught in the act. It didn't seem that Zayn's school was being proactive in helping him to deal with his behavior. Lucky for Zayn, with the help of a newfound group of hero bikers, Zayn would feel comfortable going back to school. In May of 2017, the group of scary-looking bikers showed up at Zayn's house and shouted that they were looking for him. Fear ran through Zayn's heart as he wasn't sure what was about to happen. Fortunately for him, everything was going to be okay. The biker group called Sid's Angels, Bikers Against Bullies, showed up to let him know that he didn't have to face this torment alone. The biker group was formed in 2016 after the members had heard a story about how a girl named Sydney was being bullied. Sydney was lured into the woods by some girls, who she thought were her friends once alone and isolated. They physically attacked her and posted pictures and videos all over social media. The bikers were shocked to learn what had happened to this 15-year-old girl in their very community. A few of them wanted to make sure that they could do something so other kids wouldn't go through what happened to Sydney. That's how Sid's Angels, Bikers Against Bullies, were created. The group was dedicated to showing kids who are the victim of bullying that they are not alone and that they don't have to face their aggressors by themselves. The bikers soon became one of the faces of anti-bullying and gained a lot of support on social media. Prior to the rally, founder Greg Carson posted online, "Listen people, we are the voice. We are the people. We have to rise up and take a stand. These are our children. These are our schools. These are our future citizens." He invited community members and bikers to join him at Zayn's house. When the group arrived and Zayn came outside, they presented him with a t-shirt and the group prayed together. Greg was present to offer support to Zayn. "We wanted to help," Greg said. "Today is just the beginning," Greg said to Zayn. "We love you. We don't even know you, but we love you." The group took Zayn on a motorcycle ride through his community. This was the group's fourth rally for anti-bullying. His mother was thrilled that this group of strangers took the time to help and comfort her son. "This is amazing what these guys are doing," Mom Tracy Malenke said. "It's awful to be frustrated every single day when a kid comes home to tell you somebody pushed him down, kicked him, punched him in the private areas and then drew on." Zayn was ecstatic that he had made these new friends. The bikers had told Zayn and made it clear that the bullying was finished. The people who were bothering him would not bother him anymore. Zayn was so happy and grateful and hugged many of the group members. As happy as Zayn was, the bikers were just as happy. They hoped that this small action would make a big difference in the teenager's life. The group is hoping that by seeing what the bikers did and by showing this support to Zayn, that his bully will feel intimidated and leave him alone. While this biker gang may look rough and tough on the outside, it's clear that they have big hearts. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of this group. The bikers put together a large rally in Zayn's hometown and many people gathered to show the support. Whoever Zayn's bully was, they now saw that their behavior wasn't going unnoticed. This is not the type of attention his bully wanted to give. Zayn felt so inspired after his ride with the bikers. He wants to remind everyone to ask for help when you need it. If you are a victim of bullying, don't handle it yourself. He says, according to Pacer's National Bullying Prevention Center, more than 1 out of every 5 students reports being bullied. Of course, many students also don't report if they are being bullied, so this number could be even higher. Another study showed about 35% of students are involved in traditional bullying and 15% are involved in cyberbullying.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Sid's Angels Bikers Against Bullying is making an impact in Missouri, and he may have been inspired by another biker gang that's making a difference all around the world. Karen and Bikers Against Child Abuse. Child abuse is an evergreen problem across the world. Every year, there are more than 3.5 million children in the United States that are abused. Many of them aren't sure where to get help, but for some help is coming in the form that they would least expect it. This unruly mob of bikers showed up in the little girl's driveway, and everyone wasn't sure what would happen next. The girl has been abused by a relative who was not in jail. The court case with the state was proceeding slowly. Even though the relative was out of state, she still lives in fear. She would wake up with her heart pounding from terrorizing dreams at night. It all felt so real. She doesn't feel safe, even though she knows her mom is just downstairs. If the abuser calls her, drives by, or even if she just feels scared, the bikers will return and stand guard until she feels safe again. If she's afraid to go to school, they will escort her and watch until she is safely inside the building. When she must go to court to testify, the gang will go with her. They will take over the first few rows of seats in the courtroom. Look at us, not him. They will tell her when she is done. They will form a circle around her and escort her back out. In Derby, Connecticut, Karen and her 9-year-old daughter lived in fear for many years. They were both abused by Karen's husband. It was terrifying when you can't close your eyes at night to go to sleep because you don't know what's going to happen. It's the unknown that you're afraid of, Karen said. Unsure of where to turn to, Karen found help from an unlikely group started in 1995 and now spread out over 17 countries, Bikers Against Child Abuse. Becca came to her rescue. Founder, John Paul Lilly, simply known as the Chief, says the group aims to make children feel safe and confident when they need to confront their abusers. He saw a need amongst victims of abuse to regain their confidence in order to heal properly and be a kid again. After experiencing something so traumatic, he organized a group of bikers to step up and form a bond with these kids. Backup members start off by writing to the house for a formal meeting with each kid, the desires to become part of the backup family. If the child is living in a bad situation in fear of abuse and is scared to leave their home or schools, parents or guardians can request to have the child meet a backup member and become part of this protected group. Backup will show up to office support any time of the day or night. Every child is presented with their own biker jacket, with the backup patch sewn onto the back, but lets everyone know that they are part of this big family that will look out for them. The bikers are all volunteers, giving 5 to 20 hours a week to this worthy cause. There's no reimbursement for gas or the time they take off work. All the biker members are trained by a licensed mental health professional in order for them to better help the children and families that they work with. Each biker must be fingerprinted and undergo a thorough criminal background check, the same one required for state child welfare workers and law enforcement officers, before they can join the group. If they do have a prior conviction, they can still join the group. If the crime was not related to children, domestic violence, or something comparable, one thing we try and do as an organization is to help that child feel empowered, so they can enjoy their childhood and grow up as an adult. Knowing there's always going to be somebody there and not all adults are bad, said Happy Dawson, president of the Connecticut chapter. Each biker picks a kid-friendly nickname like Belle, Daisy, or Pooh Bear to help the child feel more comfortable. These bikers will do everything to make their tiniest members feel safe. If the child has problems sleeping or getting on the bus, or is afraid to go to school, we'll take you to school. When the bus drops you off, we'll be there. We'll take you home. And if need be, we'll stay in that yard until you feel comfortable, Dudson said. Backup will also show up at court appearances to act as support for the child and their family. Their presence lets the abuser know that this child is protected and part of the Bikers Against Child Abuse family. Karen and her daughter now feel a sense of comfort and protection. It was so nice to know that all of these people were on her side. She had that backup, and that she wasn't alone, Karen said. It's scary enough for an adult to go to court. We're not going to let one of our little wounded kids go alone, one member explains. In a different case during a court appearance, the judge asked the young boy testifying on the stand if he was scared. The boy looked at the bikers sitting in the front row and said, "No, because my friends are scarier than he is." These two biking groups are flipping the stereotype. They might look mean, but they're actually making a difference in the world by helping bullied and abused children. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.